Well, I'm up here getting ready to load my bike up. I hit that gravel road back there. Find me some kind of spot somewhere to camp. Probably ride a couple hours tonight. Go from there. This is kind of a last minute thought. And so I'm just like, well, you've seen me too many times, like, well, I just decided to do this at the last minute. Well, I knew I was going to go camping, but I just wasn't sure where, I just decided to do this for some weird reason. I don't know why. But well, not good news. I've been climbing since I left here up this gravel road, and I just now realized that I left my iPhone back where I changed my clothes at. So I gotta ride all the way back down there and get it, and then ride all the way back up here. I'm not that thrilled about it. Alright, I'm all here now. Got the stinking iPhone. Gotta head out over that way, and it's gradual uphill all the way up and around over that peak right there. Well, here's my setup I put up last night after dark. It was hard finding a place to camp up here last night because it was so dark, and it's hard just with a headlamp to kind of scope out a good spot, but I found this one. And this right here did the trick for me. Man, I slept like a log. And I even slept in today. Thought, I'm not even getting up early. I'm going to sleep. Show you a little about my setup here. I used the ultralight poncho as my hammock. Put my Optimus cloak on that. Last night I parked my bike up here on the road and kind of come down to this little group of trees behind me. See if that might be able to be made suitable to make my camp. And I stumbled around a little, but it turned out okay. So there's my camp down there. Look at that real tree extra. It's almost invisible. We're kind of on the edge, dropping down into a valley down here. Well, there's a beautiful valley down into there. Yeah, I got a lot of my stuff out last night, just left it out here. This is my cooking stuff here, and got my little stove in there and everything. I'm gonna get down a little bit out of the wind with this thing. That's our fry pan set. We make these bags. You can get a bunch of different colors. Get my whole cook set and food out of here. I won't even eat all this stuff. Keeping it simple, some fish, smoked fish, some ramen, a couple different things. I didn't even eat supper last night. And some grits. This is the real old-fashioned coarse grits from Georgia. Got my cup right here, old Optimus cup. Got my little stove right in here. And I like this. You just flip it up. This little deal right there just clicks. Then you fold out your little handle there. Screw that on. Good to go. And we can pull our legs out here. Brought along the water in my water bladder here that's in my backpack. I need about that much water. That's it right there. It's a little windy. See if I can get this thing lit. Yeah. And I really love it up here. I think I say that on every video I do. Every time I go camping, I think I say, I love it here. From the simplest places to the nicest place or whatever, seems like I just like them all. Getting a little bit of steam starting to come off of there, so we're not far away here. I was trying to decide what I'm going to have for breakfast. I'd planned to bring eggs, and I was looking for my little 2-egg carrier, and I couldn't find it. My wife dropped me off, and on my way driving up here, she said, "Oh, it's in the such and such bin." The only thing I didn't look in. Some kippered snacks. I think I'll put those in my fry pan. Alright, that didn't take more than a couple minutes. Now I got my Go Bites Duo here. I got a little trail dust on there, but I like how they click together. And they're really sturdy. I mean, this is really sturdy plastic cookware. I mean, you're not likely going to break any of this, and you can click them together to make a long one, however you want to do it. Now my grits, I've already added the salt, and that's stuff that I need to go with it. So it's already ready to go. A little salt, a little pepper, and stuff like that. So we'll just let that cook up. So in the end, grits gives you more volume of food to eat than a lot of other things, because it packs really small, but then when you cook it up, it really swells up nicely. My fry pan here, and it's got a folding handle on it, and you can just lay it down into there. But depending, if I'm really filling this up to store stuff, the handle you just take and squeeze it. Just take and squeeze it right here, and you can take it all the way out, and it latches in there, so it clicks in. That makes it nice. I like them to be product of Canada or Sweden or something like that, because I want to put my hash browns. I just want to heat this up. I can eat them just like this. A lot of times I've just ate them right out of the can. But I want to put my grits with that too, so it'll make me a hot breakfast all the way around. Those grits right there remind you of the mud pots at Yellowstone. Popping up. Poop, poop, poop. We're getting close to done. They take they take longer to cook than, quick grits and all that kind of stuff, because these things are pretty real. They taste so much better. It's amazing. And then I'll put the fry pan on here. All right, we're cooking. Haro mocha. So it'll just be an ongoing thing here. Now you notice I didn't wash out my cup or anything like that. There's really no water available. So you got to bring everything you're going to use. So we can't waste water washing stuff needlessly between things and all that. You got to be practical. You just go on with it. So there, the grits kind of keep on cooking a little even after you take it off the flame. Oh, they're good. So I mix a little bit of this smoked fish in with the grits. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I mean, you know, it's a very simple meal. You know, there's nothing here that you got to refrigerate or anything like that. So that's nice. Same time, it's got a lot of energy and stuff like that for your day. Well, it looks like my water's done. And I just got this Ziploc baggie where I pre-mixed my chocolate and my taro in there. So that way I just carry the one container. Amazingly enough, I brought along this styrofoam cup, and it didn't even get tore up in my backpack. It's kind of astounding, really, because it'll keep the stuff warm till I get finished drinking it. The nice things also about finishing up cooking, heating up water in that cup, is that loosens up all the stuff from the grits, and now I can wipe out the cup real easy. Fry pan here and kind of swish that around, and I'll just show you how I mop all this out. So oftentimes for mopping stuff up out in the wilds, I'll break off a pine bough or something like that, or juniper or whatever, wherever I'm at. I'll use that as kind of a scrubber to wipe everything out. I don't often get worried about, when you're in a situation like this, getting every little tiny bit out of there, but that's pretty good. Now just a really light swish of water, and that deal will be clean. I actually have a scrub pad with me. You might have saw it in my stuff. So even though I've got a scrub pad with me, I'm showing you how to do it without one. So here we are, all nice and clean, ready to pack back up. Well, breakfast is done. This will cap it all off. Alright, so here's how I set up my rig last night. I don't often do this, but it's a sizable limb. But the only thing I could do, that thing stuck clear out almost to the other tree. So I had to get out of the way in order to take care of it. So I used my silky pocket boy. I'd never do this in a campground setting. I'd never do it in a place where people commonly camp. But I'm just down off the road here. This is on a side hill. I see no evidence anywhere of anybody ever camping here. So it's not like what I'm doing is going to, you know, really mess things up or anything. So I had to take off that one big limb up here. These were just some stubs that were sitting there that I just got out of the way for convenience in working. This is an old growth tree. The bark is really hard. And with the diameter of the tree and everything, you know, the cord makes no impact on the tree at all. This is how you contention it. You pull more cord through there. When you get to where you want, you just literally just flip it over, hook it right there, and the tension of everything locks that in there and holds it in place. You know, if you want to undo everything, bam, it's undone. Just like that. Very simple, very lightweight. 6 grams each. These are not available for sale yet. These are prototypes. So my Whoa, we got some wind here. That's what we get for being on the ridge. So my Super UL poncho weighs about 12 ounces or so. That became my hammock. So poncho into a hammock. So if you haven't seen the Osney cloak, you saw that I used it as an underquilt for my hammock last night. Got a nice fully insulated hood. It can be a liner for a poncho. It can be an underquilt for a hammock. So it's a multi-purpose piece of gear. Well, getting up here to the crest of this one. Continuous uphill in washboard gravel. Not exactly fun. Well, I was hoping to make it to that campsite where that trailer is last night. So I wanted to camp in those trees. So I guess it's a good thing I didn't make it. Somebody's already there. In the springtime, a lot of that's got ponds down in there, but everything's dried up now. Yeah, more uphill. Seems like I just keep riding uphill, uphill, uphill. So I'm at the top of my ride for this trip. I'll be taking the road you see down at the ridge right there. If you're taking the road to the right down Pleasant Creek Canyon. I'm at about a little over 10,600 feet right now. I think I'll stop right here, somewhere right in here, and drove my bike up off the road a little. I think I'll throw a hammock up and take a little snooze. Well, I think it's time to take me a little nap. So I just dropped this stuff through that loop. I think we're gonna make something. I just like to use what I've got. I think we may make something that people can get if they want to. We just let gravity do the work. Drops out the end. I just pull that back, pull the loop over the knife, and we're good. Now I just put the end of that through there. Start cinching it down. So now I've got a gathered in hammock. Hook that thing about right there for the moment. And see how I just twist that? It almost makes it go over the end. That's all there is to hold one end of the hammock up right there. Take the slack out of this one to bring it up. So all I gotta do is pull on it like that. And I just hold that into the key like that. And then just run it back up. I gotta come some more, so I just pull it some more. Let her run up there. That's a little more than I need right there, probably. Maybe something about like that right there. Of course, the hood becomes a pocket. Zip it shut, screw the draw cord down. The hood just became a pocket if I need it. Nap time. Just takes a couple minutes, you're up. Good to go. Well, I got down a mountain to here to the park, and I got about 4 or 5 miles, I guess, to home. But man, I I really had a trouble here. See my bag with my blanket, my Osneek cloak in it. It was so bouncy and everything. This thing here kept shifting over, and I had my tripod on there. It'd fall over, and then the tire would suck it up into here. So I'm like booking it down the mountain. Holy cow! I just want to let it rip, you know. And I am zipping down the mountain. That thing gets sucked up into there, and my back tire is locked up solid. Holy cow! I am fishtailing all over the place. I'm like, I don't even know how I'm going to keep this thing upright, man. It happened a couple of times. Finally, I took the tripod off and put it on I strapped it on the back of my backpack. That backpack's like it's only like a little light day pack, you know. And I've got like everything in it or on it now. It's like crazy. And that's the other thing. So I get in these stretches and I have to kind of break it to keep, because I'm afraid of that bag coming off of there again, you know. So I'm having to keep breaking it to keep from going too fast. And I got so much weight up top in that pack, you know, I try to break it and it's like, you know, I got to be careful. He's wanting to throw me over the handlebars. Oh my gosh, it was insane. Oh man, what a ride. I got to collect myself now. That ride would be a blast, like if I had nothing on, just zipping off the top. But having this other gear on there, let me tell you, it really changes things up quite a bit. I figure after this, I'm gonna get to the park, check everything, batten down the hatches, make sure we're good. Get me a good drink, fill my mouth full of sunflower seeds, and book it on home. What a crazy deal. Oh my gosh.